Greetings, viewers, friends, watchers, enemies, and revelers. I am Zacharias the Pious of House Lane, first of his name, former Lord of Givashidashir, Harbinger of Sass, Unholy Prince of the Sea of Ash, and Lord of the Game. And today, that game is the only game whose maze plays craze for days. Only game whose maze plays bleh, farts. Audible farting sounds intensify. The only game whose maze craze plays for days in ways that will amaze days and set characters ablaze. Dungeon Crawl Classics. Oof, what a tongue twister. Alright. Anyway, welcome, as always, to Dungeon Crawl Classics, Adventures in Lankhmar with Osolva and Bouchicha, since the untimely death of Siglin, as well as their two young wards, although one of them's not quite as young anymore, and we will continue on these adventures as they have made it to the Cave of Old Ning, their magical patron. We will be joining them shortly. So, once again, thank you very much for joining us here, and welcome, once again, to a world of adventure. Hello and welcome.
Hello, hello.
How are you two doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing all right. I think I've got. I think I've got my green screen set up decently. Seems like that helped quite a bit just there. So, I'm ready to go.
Let's do this.
Very exciting. So we'll do a quick recap of this past couple weeks of adventuring. You started off in Lankhmar after a bit of a dungeon raid. Came around, you taught your two traveling companions how to sail in a very fun little montage there, and you made it to the small village of Tide Point, which, for the sake of the viewers, I don't know if they can quite see it, but I'll ping it here on the map. Where you were beset by an obelisk full of beaked men who attacked the village. You made it into their obelisk, and then you managed to make it back out alive. But you did not quite defeat the beakmen. So we'll have to keep that in the back of our minds there. Ilithmar, the rat worshipping, shark worshipping city of dread across the water from Lankhmar, across the sinking land at least. And then you made it up the winding road through the forest of Ilithmar into Ningauble's cave, up the mountain path there, and you actually made it past the bandits, the brigands who shake people down for money every time.
Yeah, that's right.
Cool. So now that that's out of the way, we begin our session here in Old Ning's cave, as you all have just made it here. So let's. Oh, right. I don't have a cave map here, so we're gonna use our imaginations. Oops. So, you stand here at the mouth of the cave with your 2 traveling companions. It's taken you a very long time to get them here. Gosh, they're both... They can't walk, can they? Or they have 10 feet of movement around, right?
I think.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember
Yeah, 10
exactly.
feet of movement.
Because you're feeble.
Yes, it
10
was
feet of
the
Yeah.
pools in the obelisk. That's what led you all to turn back, were the pools in the obelisk.
Yeah,
Both
it
of your
was-
traveling companions ended up being lamed.
Yep. But good thing we made it here back to Old Ning's cave.
Yes. Oh, and Osolva has a broken arm as well.
Yes.
Right.
So that's something else that will need to be, dealt with at some point.
I don't know
But
about y'all though, but how about that
Just hopefully.
how about a
old-
drink?
Yeah, definitely. We'll need to carouse as well.
so as you're standing here at the mouth of the cave, you've finally gotten everybody up here. Everyone's catching their breath. The sun has gone down completely. It's nighttime up here on the mountain. The wind's whistling past, and you hear a voice from within the cave. Who dares enter the cavern of Ningauble?
It is I, Bouchicha. And I have some friends.
And gifts.
Gifts, friends. Where is Siglin the Wise?
Siglin actually didn't make it out, friend. About that. Siglin died, and that's one of the reasons why we're actually here to see you.
I've heard the stories. It was terrible. Terrible. Such a good man.
Siglin. He was the caster among you. What could you seek from me now?
Well, I could use some help with my really busted arm, and we've got a good little friend Denny here, who's a caster who could learn from your teachings. Maybe you could depart a spell upon him.
So, and from the shadows steps forth a figure themselves wreathed in shadow. They wear a dark cloak that hides every facial feature or appendage. You see nothing other than a figure in a cloak. Basically, a cloak full of shadow steps forward and kind of looks down at the young boy. It was Desi.
Wait,
Right?
Desi's like 18.
Yeah, Desi's 8. He's still that's a young. In wizard
Yeah,
time, that's a young boy, and also like his limbs are completely shriveled, and he looks exhausted from just making the trip here, which is like the first litmus test for this wizard to like be. He looks down, and then he looks back at all of you, and he just. I will see what I can do for the boy. The rest of you may wait here to heal your wounds. Bouchicha,
Yes.
I heard some things.
You heard some things.
I heard you're working. I heard you're working for somebody else.
The Red God, possibly, sir?
I see the allure for someone as yourself to seek the aid of the Red God. I will continue to aid you, but I ask a favor in return.
What do you wish?
Of that I am not yet sure. Bring forth your gifts into my chamber. I have prepared a place for the boys. And he just disappears, or I should say, they just, without making steps, they sink back into the shadows of these caves. And you can tell that, like, as soon as they disappear from view, they're gone. And you don't hear anything else, and you don't see anything else.
Can I blow them a kiss before they go?
Yes.
Bye, boys. Be good, Dennis.
So when you blow a kiss into the shadows, what looks like a snake's tail coiled in like purple raised rings slips out of the shadows and just like coils itself around the kiss that you blew and just disappears back in the shadows.
Oh yeah.
And I'm gonna say that Dennis looks up, he's like, wait, God, that's not Dennis's voice. I don't know. I don't know about this. I think, maybe I should just wait. I'll just wait out here, yeah. And they start like crawling towards the mouth of the cave in fear, but like it's it's understandable fear. Dennis has never in all their 8 years experienced anything quite as strange as what just happened.
Right, yeah. Dennis, this is a interesting place, buddy.
Desi, on the other hand, is actually a little bit more like, what does this guy know? I wonder what they know, They seem pretty weird. They seem like they've been around, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd like to have a drink with that guy.
Yeah, really. Well, anyway, I guess we should head in here, huh?
Yeah, let's go on ahead on in.
Yeah, let's get this stuff ready for him.
All right, so you start you make your way into the cavern, and it's a few winding pathways and a few forks. You have to choose whether or not you want to go left or right, and you have no idea. There's no indication of which way you're supposed to go.
I guess Bouchicha will let you pick. You're the only one that's been here.
I mean, you'd think I'd remember. You'd think I'd remember, but all right, let's go ahead on and go right.
Okay. So you go to the right, and you make your way to like a little. It's. I don't want to say like immediately, but you were walking through this cave for a little bit here, maybe a couple minutes before you come to a little chamber with basically just it looks like a bird bath that you've seen in like some gardens in Lankhmar, but it constantly has water like bubbling in it. Not like bubbling, but like babbling, like a brook or something. Like it's just like constantly like a spring, like a wellspring of water coming up, almost like a fountain. But it never gets full. Like it just constantly has water like spraying up out of it, but it never quite gets full, and it just has this nice little kind of sound. It's a very relaxing chamber, and there's a lot of blue luminescent fungus on the upper stalactites here that give almost kind of like a starlit vibe to this chamber. And There are actually 3 ways to go from here. There's one to the left, one to the right, and one straight forward.
I want to touch the fountain.
You're gonna touch the fountain.
I want to touch the fountain.
The
Touching it.
water is cool and crystal clear.
Perfect.
And it gets any like dirt or anything that you had on your hand, like if you dip your finger in, your finger comes out like totally clean.
I want to sip it.
It's cool and very refreshing.
Delicious.
Can we clean off some of our wounds and such with this? I feel like that'll maybe help.
Yeah, you could do that. That's absolutely, if you want to take some time here and just like you all clean all your wounds.
Yeah, let's not
Take
get
a little break before we
infections
head on.
in the Rat Kingdom area, you know?
And then what do you want to do? Left, right, or straight?
Probably right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. So you go right and you come to it's like turns back into a cave. The last chamber was, at least the lower half was a bit carved out. But as you head back into the cave, it becomes more natural again. And you come to a little place here with 2 alcoves kind of like dug in across from each other, and they both have 2 beds in them that are also like hewn out of the stone. So they are like stone beds, but they're like low, and they do have some like animal furs and stuff on them, and like pillows to rest your head on, but it's not the best. Not the best sleep ever.
Hurting my almost 30-year-old body just thinking about it.
Sleeping
Can I rummage through for any goods?
So you don't actually, you don't find anything like hidden in the beds or anything, but there is a bowl with some fruit on it inside of the bowl, and a
Fresh fruit?
It's fruit. It's not fresh. Like, it's not super fresh, but it's not like super rotten and moldy either. Like, it's got maybe some spots on it here. It's not like a ripe yellow banana, but like it's there. It's passable.
Anybody hungry?
I'll take a banana with some spots.
But basically both of these rooms are almost identical, including some of the fruit as well. Like, is mostly, for the most part, it's like the 2 like fruit bowls and everything. And there's also a table with like some wine, just some really basic wine, and a couple of goblets in each chamber.
Take the wine too.
You kind of get a feeling that these are the rooms you were looking for.
These are for us.
Gotcha. Okay.
He
yeah,
left
the
us
boys
wine.
can stay here. Okay. What a hospitable, weird guy. Thank you,
Old Ning's
Bouchicha.
not that bad. I mean, he's a little rough around the edges, but he'll warm up to you.
Okay, well, I guess this is all right. You know, the furs don't even seem to have many ticks in them, which is good, because we've got the fruit instead. You know.
Yeah, this is better than your place back in Lankhmar, huh?
It's not bad. More bats, less rats. You know, you take some, you lose some.
There you go. Maybe just those rats thought that they could fly away. Maybe they turned into bats. They had dreams.
That's a nice thought. So you hear the sound of a rattlesnake, like warning. And then that sound kind of like disappears deeper into this passageway that had the 2 rooms in it.
A rattlesnake sound?
Yes.
I hate snakes. Which one of y'all kids like snakes?
I guess we should probably go and check it out. It could be a beckoning of sorts.
The kids, both the kids are like, I'm not a fan. Desi says, and Dennis is like, yeah, I'm tired. I'm gonna take a load off here, I think, to get a nice sleep.
Yeah, okay. Alright, I got this. Let me
Yeah.
peep it out a little bit. Is it a dark hallway? Do I need to maybe light a candle?
Yes. You can light a candle and you get a better view here, and it is a rough stone passageway that eventually, like, it just stops. And it doesn't just stop at, like, there's a wall here, but, like, it opens up so much that your candle, like, no longer really does anything. There's no walls ahead of you. It just opens up into more blackness.
I guess we're going in.
Let's do it. I'll ready a dart here. What do you think? Is this a crazy place, Bouchicha?
I don't know, with Old Ning, it could be anything. Let's just be on the lookout. Just prepare.
Alright, you lead the way.
Alright, so as you cross this threshold, your candle it illuminates the floor, but it has nothing else to illuminate as you enter into a very large chamber. And as you are in this chamber, you get just like a strange feeling, like shooting up your spine, like the hair on the back of your neck stands up, and there's this low, like, draft that kind of like tugs at your pants and, like, your lower garments you're wearing, as multiple torches light up with a very dim but green fire. And the smoke that these torches give off is, like, it's almost tinged kind of like purple, and it does have some, like, gold sparks in it here and there. But that smoke just kind of fills up the upper area of this chamber, which you now see is, like, a very long... It's not incredibly, like, unimaginatively massive, but it's large enough. And you notice that there are many things in this chamber. There are these large pillars made out of the same cave stone that everything else is carved out of, and there are just, like, suits of armor that you have no idea what culture made them, or even what race of men would fit inside them. Like, there are things you don't understand, and there are things that are familiar to you, and but then there are, like, things that are familiar to you, but, like, wrong. You just don't understand some of the things that you're seeing in here. Statues that depict people that they seem very regal and very famous, and they're done in very expensive stone, but you don't recognize them, despite, like, Lankhmar being the biggest city you've ever been to, and you're pretty familiar with all the nobles and all the statues there. But these are famous people you have no idea. You feel like you should, from how massive some of these statues are. There are art pieces and paintings. There are people with strange devices in these paintings that you don't understand. There are even some paintings that are just of, like, colors. Like, you don't understand why someone would paint just areas of color on a canvas and then hang it somewhere. But here it is in front of you, amongst things made of gold and platinum and idols to strange forgotten gods. And all of this at the very back of the chamber, on a low dais covered in a straw mat, sits this dark cloak filled with shadow, and a voice that is low and raspy but echoes perfectly throughout this entire chamber speaks and says, "What have you brought for me?"
I have gifts for you here. So here's 4 shiny spears with the owl head things.
Oh, the glowing. Okay. The glowing
Yeah, we ended up
spears from the obelisk.
Yeah, start with
Yeah,
that.
we ended
Start
up
with
with 8
that.
of those total, so we'll give 4 away. And where is it here?
Okay. So I have the 4. I'm writing down all the stuff that you're gonna give to him.
Where's the stuff we got out of the relic box? Do you have that written down?
Do I?
No, no.
No, he was
the-
asking me.
Oh, okay. Because I
But
can
thought
find it. Like.
Yeah, I thought you were taking all of the important stuff.
Yeah, I have it here somewhere. Oh yeah, the crystal of outer dark though. We've been holding on to that for a
Crystal
while.
of Outer Dark, yes.
Yeah, that's right. We did get those. It was the runes we didn't get.
All right. So I got the 4 green shard spears and the crystal of the outer dark.
Yes.
The
What about any
jewels
of
of
the
the Carnifax.
like the black liquid or anything like that?
Yeah,
you were
that's the
dip-
like flask with the 3 drawered relic box.
Yeah, we got the colors.
Yeah, I can't find
The
that.
colors, 3 different ones.
I mean, I'm keeping the cloak that I got out of that, but
Oh,
there
yeah.
was
No, that's fine. But you gave the jewels of the Carnifax to Old Ning?
Yes.
Okay. How many were there? There were 3, right?
That's
I'm going
what
back. That's what I'm trying
I
to find.
believe. Hold on. Cult of the Carnifax. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So you take these objects and you lay them down in front of.
What was the thing we weren't supposed to give him? That we shouldn't give him.
Shit.
Oh well, yeah. Don't worry.
So yeah, the you lay down the spears, you lay down the crystal, you lay down the jewels, and the jewels like glisten as you place them down, and Ning is just like, this is acceptable. You two have acquired all of this without Siglin's help.
Yes, sir. It's us 2 girls and these 2 boys.
I
We're
would
gonna race like a room.
I would gladly allow you all to be under my patronage, if it is what you wish. So, Bouchicha, you already are, and honestly, at this point, what was your patron die with Old Ning? Do you remember?
No, I don't believe so.
It
Let me check if I have
whatever
it
it
written
was,
here
it totally
earlier.
resets here. And basically,
Okay.
the offer here is this is enough stuff to. He's in. He's like in it to win it. With giving him the jewels of the Carnifex was like, that's a big deal. That's a really big deal. And so he just says, I will help. I will heal you. And I will teach you. And I will aid you. But there is something you will have to do for me afterwards. But until that time, bring the boy to me.
Desi.
You got it.
All right, and so we're gonna end this scene there, and a montage is going to begin as Desi's gonna level up finally as a wizard and get a shitload of spells, and also a patron if they want.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Do
you
it.
can use it for sure.
So yeah, that's my next thing that we're gonna do here. So let me just open up not my one. Desi, show to all players. We're just gonna open up Desi's character sheet here. And so they are what level are they right now? Are they level 3? They're not level 3.
No, they're 2.
They're 2. Okay. So they only have level 1 spells, but if they take a month, I guess this is the choice here that you all can make. One of these spells can absolutely be Invoke Patron. And Invoke Patron is a spell that's learned by casting the spell Patron Bond.
Yeah, I remember that.
And so with the Jewels of the Carnifex in Old Ning's possession, they're willing to give this kid who's already incredibly smart a bonus on their check to do this. But a lot of time is gonna pass. Like I think to learn Patron Bond is like a week, and then another month to cast it. And then the ceremony takes a full week for that, so that's it's a month and a half, plus the healing for all your wounds and the broken arm and everything. Enough time will pass; they can heal naturally. But Old Ning will give you something to speed it up, so it will be healed in half the time. Instead of 4 months, it'll be 2 months.
Cool. So it'll take the same time roughly that it'll take Desmond to learn his stuff.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Well, yeah. If not even more so, because then Desi's got a plus something gross to intelligence, which is it's spell bonuses. So the number of spells that they can actually learn right now is gross. But something you might want to be aware of here is in the setting there are both white wizards, gray wizards, and black wizards who do black magic. Because you played a spellcaster, Wallaby, you are aware of this. So Desi learning from Old Ning, it's possible that they could be either or, but it's going to hinder their ability to do enlarge if they become a black magic caster, I believe. I'll have to look that up though.
Does it say in the rulebook?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking up.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering if that was something special you had, or...
To figure out what book it's in. Here we go. No, enlarge is a gray magic spell.
Nice. Where does it say it at? Just so I know.
For white and black magic, it's in the Lankhmar book. Compendium of Secret Knowledge for Lankhmar. So it's specific to this setting. But it is still really badass.
Oh, and then well, because I'm a thief, my luck goes back. But do all our stats return over this period of time?
Yes, I'm gonna say Old Ning's got some potions that you all can drink that are going to help you gain back your abilities and make your characters not lame anymore. But I also need to look up what the spell bonus is for this kid. This disgusting spell bonus. What is their intelligence right now?
Oh, buddy. 22.
All right, and what is their what is their mod?
5.
5. Okay. It's either 3 or 4. I can't quite decide. I'm gonna say 4. I'd fuck it. 4. It's 22 intelligence. They get 4 bonus spells on top of what they learn at first level. And if they choose to become either a white or black wizard, which both pathways are open to them, they get to choose a number of their spells from a list.
How do you add spells to the character sheet?
Good question.
Gotta be an add line somewhere.
Oh, it's at the
Oh,
very
wait.
bottom.
Ah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Alright, cool. So that's figured out. So with 4, not so.
Ooh. No, spider climb is also not white magic. So yeah, you have no... I think all your spells are gray magic right now.
Oh wow. So really I could go either way at this point.
Absolutely. You could absolutely go either direction with this character. And it is entirely up to you. Also, the thing that is entirely up to you is whether or not Desi chooses to take Ning on as a patron.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely.
I mean, he's got to get blown away by this whole thing, I'd imagine, and he gets the bonus to intelligence and all that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's pretty good as far as spellcasters go. But I mean, you're the judge of the world, and you know patrons better than I do. Would Desmond hesitate to see if there's better patrons out there, or just go with it?
So that's the thing. Basically, Ning has just shown Desi, because Desi's got the intelligence to figure this out, that what went down between Ning and Bouchicha just now shows him that he can have as many patrons as he wants to, as long as he can keep them all happy.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, things went pretty well. I don't see why he would hold off. This is a great opportunity for
There you
Desmond.
go. Yeah.
This is what he's been looking for. To develop himself as a wizard. Like, he used to just be, what, a smuggler?
Mm-hmm.
That's a lame. Or was he a farmer?
He was a smuggler who was like a young child who was very intelligent and became a
Too smart for
young
that.
smuggler, and then aged 10 years because of a weird spell, and is now an adult.
Yeah, no, this is an opportunity for him. He's gonna go with it.
Okay. All right. So let's do that first then. The first spell will be Patron Bond on page 148 of the core rulebook.
Oh, thank you.
So this is a lifetime duration. It takes a week to cast, plus quests as ordered. Yep. Commit themselves to the service of a supernatural lord, forming a pact to gain its support from his patrons so long as he continues to please it with his service. So, yep. Let me make sure. You can also cast this spell on others if they so choose, but I would say in this case they'll probably cast it on themselves and it will become replaced with Invoke Patron.
Got it.
No, you know what? No, they keep the spell. They're smart enough. They retain the knowledge of Patron Bond in case they want to bond with another patron.
Okay.
Okay.
Does it is it casted with a D20 or is that vary by level?
No, it's gonna be a D20. You're gonna get all your bonuses, and you're gonna get an additional 3d3 to your spell check here because of what you've done.
Okay, let me add that.
Because of those 3 jewels of the Carnifex. So yeah, this is a one-shot spell here, and it's gonna have a lot of effect on your character's development. But just let me know. You're level 2 plus whatever it is, 5 plus 7 on your spell check.
5, yeah. Wow. Level.
So plus 7. I'm sorry?
So it's the int mod plus level plus
3d3. And then if you want to spell burn as well, that's the other thing. You can spell burn for this.
Yeah. Crazy.
So let me know if you want to spell burn, because this is you only get to cast it once. And if you roll anything that's, above, if you roll, as long as you don't roll a 1, you can still guarantee that you get something.
Okay. Let me look at his. I don't really have too much to burn.
Question: could Old Ning help with personality? Asking for a friend.
Yeah, spell burn too.
Probably not, unfortunately. I don't think. You said you're gonna burn how many?
I'll burn 2 strength.
Okay. Throw an extra +2 on top of there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Old Ning doesn't know anything about personality. They treat with demons, which I guess they would probably have a little something with personality, but I don't know if they would have an ability to like pass that on to you. $19. Not
Yeah.
bad. A 4 plus 3 2s and a plus 9 all day from level and modifier. So a 19 with the natural 4 on
Okay.
the roll.
Luck to throw it over the edge there?
Yeah, if you want to burn a point of luck.
For sure. Need to carouse anyway.
The caster arrives to an agreeable arrangement with his patron. He receives a prominent mark of the patron on his face. They learn a spell Invoke Patron as it relates to the patron and may cast it twice per day at a +1 bonus. Each time he casts Invoke Patron, the caster is indebted to the patron, who will call in the debt at some point. However, if you wanted to burn even more luck and kick it up to a 24, you'll get a patron spell.
Yeah, that may be worth it. He has to carouse either way.
You need to get at least a 24, yeah.
Let me see where I think I was at 9 after that.
Oh, and don't you have fleeting
We have
luck?
2
Don't you
fleeting
have
luck.
3
Oh, yeah.
fleeting luck because you started this session with a broken arm?
I did, yeah.
Oh,
So there goes the
you get
3,
that extra. That's cool.
and then
That's
yeah,
right.
1 off of there. Okay.
Okay. So basically, you get a spell along with Invoke Patron. You gain Invoke Patron that you can cast twice per day with a +1 bonus. Or instead of one of those 2 castings, you can cast this other spell, which I'm about to find out what it is. The 7-sided answer is the name of the spell that you learn.
Not heard of that one.
So it's in the Lankhmar book, and I'll read you the description. Ningauble, the septinocular one, is known to see 7 sides to every question. The 7-sided answer aids the caster in gathering information and viewing a query with a multitude of perspectives. After casting the spell, the caster must study, converse, and/or interact with the target, which may be a location, person, object, creature, etc. The caster then receives additional insight as described in the results below. Sentient targets unwilling to divulge information are allowed a will save versus the spell check result. Multiple castings on the same target cannot gain more information than the first successful casting. The spell may be used in combat, but with a -1 die penalty to the spell check. Ning doesn't appreciate being rushed. If a rumor is involved in an answer, the judge may decide whether or not the rumor is true. In the spirit of loquacious, oversighted gossipers of the gods, the judge is encouraged to use more words than necessary in yielding answers. So that's that'll be Ning's spell as well as Invoke Patron. So you got Invoke Patron. How many spells do you freaking get? I said at 4 bonus spells. Two, 5. Oh my god, you have 9 spells.
Wow.
You're a fucking mon. You have 9 spell slots. I should say.
You're a wizard, Desmond.
Yeah, really. It's gross. It's gross. It's gross.
Yeah, I mean, you graduated Hogwarts. You said, I'm on to bigger things.
All right. So what do we got here? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have 3 additional spell slots, so you can choose here to either. And again, all of these are gray magic. You could choose to continue on the gray magician course, which is nothing changes, or you could choose to fill those slots with specific spells from either the white or black magic table and dedicate yourself to either of those 2 schools.
Can I learn magic missile as a gray wizard? I'm thinking about going black wizard. It worked out pretty. I guess it didn't work out too well for
Let's discuss
So-
that. I don't think it did.
Magic Missile is a black magic spell. You can learn Magic Missile as a gray wizard, but it's not guaranteed.
Yeah, that's true. And I guess Desmond has been more of a support character.
It's totally up to you. It's 100% up to you. You could also say, I'm not going to fill these slots. I want to save some or all of them for, like, getting another patron. Like, having 2 Invoke Patrons that I can do a day is more important to me than, being able to cast Magic Missile.
Shut your mouth. Yeah, no, I don't need to fill all of them, but yeah, it would be interesting to go do something different. Go a white wizard. What would Desmond do? What would Desmond do? He's got such a scary voice. You'd think he'd be a black wizard, but he's so helpful.
What would Desmond do? WWDD. WWGD.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so here's the white magic spells here. Animal Summoning, Color Spray, Comprehend Language, Confounding Glamour, Feather Fall, Magic Shield, Mending, Sleep. Those are your level 1 spells as a white wizard. You will also suffer a -2 penalty to each damage die rolled, minimum of 1 point per die, when casting a spell that inflicts harm on living creatures. Non-living creatures such as undead or animated objects suffer normal damage. And Faye Rewings from last week says hello.
Hi,
Hello.
welcome back. What was the mending one? What did you say?
Oh,
Yeah,
mending.
and animal summoning would be pretty decent, and the shield, I believe. I want to see what that is real quick.
Magic Shield is you get a bonus to AC from the spell. It's kind of like Enlarge, but like it just is a bonus to AC. Oh, and it also blocks Magic Missile, I think. So it's really good for fighting other wizards.
Huh, that's pretty cool. I mean, hopefully he's not going to be fighting any wizards soon, but that's pretty cool.
And mending, I guess, isn't for people. Let's see.
That is correct.
Oh,
Mending
no.
is not for people. However, it can be for animated objects. And if you know mending, you can cast Shatter, which is specifically for harming things that are undead or animated. Not undead, I should say. But animated things. So, a mimic that you cast Shatter on, you could do full ass damage to because of the nature of the spell and the nature of being a white wizard.
Is that a touch spell?
Good question. Shatter or mend?
Shatter.
So mending is... I just opened the book to the mending spell. It's a range of 5 feet.
Oh, wow.
Shatter is a level 2 spell. So it's not that you can't cast level 2 spells. You can't learn them. But you know how to cast it because it's the opposite of mending.
Correct.
And it's on page...
Yeah, it's a touch or further. I like that. Very,
Oh, it's touch or... Oh, God, it does say touch or further. So, yeah, it's based on spell. It's based on spell level. Yeah. Within a range of 1,000 feet. For 34 and above on the spell check. Oh, I lied. It wouldn't work on a mimic or an animated object. Even at plus 34 and up, the caster can target an inanimate object made of wood, metal, crystal, glass, or stone.
Yeah, I mean, white magic's looking more and more disinteresting to me.
He wants
I
to
suppose...
go gray.
Yeah, but gray doesn't get a bonus to anything, right?
It gets no bonus nor detriment. So
Yeah,
each
we'll go with that for now.
Yeah, each school has something that sucks about it and something that's good about it. But a great wizard can cast, there's no detriment, there's no bonus.
Does he have to pick right now, or is it something that can develop throughout, like, his character?
You could eventually dedicate yourself to one or the other. If you wanted, so you still have 3 slots?
Correct.
You could roll to learn a spell randomly from a list. I actually have a book here.
Yeah, that sounds a little bit better.
I have a book here called the Librum Arcanum, and I think it has all of the DCC spells and some more stuff in here.
Is Magic Missile on the list?
Yes. I just have to pull up the... Alright, here we go. Yep, it's a D... You'll be rolling a D100.
Just straight?
Yep. If you want to do this, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Then roll.
Roll.
65. Feel it.
Ventriloquism.
Oh, I don't feel it. It's kind of fun, though.
It is kind of fun. Alright, is that all the ones you wanted?
What?
Spells.
Spells. So I had 3, that's 1. And he gets, more at each level?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll roll for 1 more.
Okay.
Another D100?
Yep.
Yes, that's an 8.
Oh, it's just an 8?
Yeah, that's lotto numbers right there.
A... Oh, I lost the table. I'm sorry.
You lost the whole table?
The whole table. Oh, reroll. That's charm person.
Oh. Are you telling me to reroll?
Yep.
I already got that. 34.
High or low? No, wait, it's already decided. Force manipulation.
Okay.
It's a versatile spell.
Yeah, it is. Satisfied.
And it is on neither list. So it's another gray spell. Or gray. Gray all the way. Okay.
The power of the grays.
So now what you gotta do? Now what you gotta do is roll for your mercurial magic effects for these spells.
What's a mercurial magic effect for those?
I think they're called spell stipulations in this setting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's gonna be, what is your current luck score? Or what's your maximum luck score is a 17 for this character, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so that's a +2. So here we go. Roll a D100 +20.
Is ventriloquism one of your special spells? Sorry.
Probably. I'll tell you in a second. It might be in a.
Yeah, it's not in here. Okay, that's what.
Huh. No. Alright, hold on. I might have to give you a different spell.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it.
It's crazy. I don't know why. Confounding Glamour is the spell you learn instead.
Oh, I found it.
Oh, you did find it?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Where was it?
Basically stuck to another page.
Oh, wow. Crazy. It's not in the spell list, is it? Oh, no, there it is at 158, yeah. Okay.
False alarm.
False alarm. I was confused there for a second. So yeah, you're going to roll a D100 +20 for all your spell stipulations. For these new spells.
I'm sorry, a D20?
D100.
Okay. And that's going to be for, how many we go with? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 spells total. 66 to start with.
Okay. So that's actually 86, and you need wet hands to cast this spell.
Okay.
You must pour water over your hands or otherwise immerse them while casting the spell.
I was gonna say you can't lick them.
We'll just start at the top and go down, so that's for patron bond.
Skip patron bond. Skip patron bond. That's such a long drawn out spell that like it's not interesting enough to even bother.
Invoke patron then?
Yeah, invoke patron for Old Ning as the patron. I would say wet hands is required.
Okay. Does it have to be any specific liquid or just wet?
It just says water. Pour water, but
okay.
I mean, water in the ancient world's pretty vague.
I mean, a lot of things have water in it.
Mm-hmm. I feel like you could just like spit on your hands and rub them together, but like I don't know, in a pinch probably.
Yeah, I mean it's not like. I take that back.
Okay. So what was the next spell then?
The seven-sided answer.
All right, roll another D100.
So 88, 108.
All right, roll twice again. I'm gonna whip this one out real quick. Do
81, so 101.
We're not gonna do exploding dice on this one. That's gonna be 40, 50, 69. 69?
Or was I supposed to roll twice? Sorry.
No, I already rolled this. No worries. Needs at least one drop of the caster's blood to cast. And
Bite the inside of your cheek.
okay, here we go. To do the seven-sided answer, to cast a seven-sided answer, you are given an iron ring that must be worn on your right hand. When you cast the spell, the ring does a point of damage to you and drops a point of blood out of your finger. And it's through this magic ring that allows you to cast this spell.
Got it.
Iron ring, left hand, does a point of damage. Crazy stuff. Next one. Force manipulation. Roll a D100.
That's a 101 again.
Oh, all right. I'll do this. I just got a button for it. No change and 80. Another one. I'll just take the naked. All right. Yeah, you need a prism of cut glass to be held to your forehead to enhance your mental power when casting the spell. So the way I'm going to say that kind of manifests itself is you hold this crystal prism up to your forehead and you project a physical object out of nothing with your third eye.
All right. No, I like it. Maybe jazz hands with the other hand. I like it.
Oh no, you got to do like devil horns or something like Dr. Orpheus for sure.
Perfect.
And then all right, last one. Roll a D100 for ventriloquism.
Let me just get this in the note real quick.
No worries.
Uh, 41.
41 is no stipulation whatsoever, so just straight up cast ventriloquism however you want, whenever you want.
Wow, just good.
It is good. And so that is your spells. That is Desi leveling up as a caster. That takes months to do. Months that you will kind of spend here in the caves. There's food to eat. Occasionally you go out. There's like goats and stuff that you can hunt, as well as like other like kind of like mountain creatures. There are rabbits and stuff you can get as well. And just for exercise while you're here. Well, regrowing limbs and muscle mass and bones and what have you. And so yeah, you take the time to heal. What else was there that you wanted from Old Ning specifically help with besides bringing Siglin back from the dead. You have to do him a big-ass favor before he does that.
We got Desmond trained up.
Yeah, we got Desi. We're getting Siglin.
You said that there was a pretty cool bar that you went to with Siglin and
Yeah.
Old Ning. I mean, we definitely could use a drink, or all. Well, not me, but Desmond's pretty low on luck.
I'm pretty low on luck.
Okay. All right. So here's how this plays out. You all are, and you've been separated from Desi for a minute now, like 4 months. Like he's just been deeper into the caves, working with Ning. Honestly, you're pretty lucky that none of any of that led you to become corrupted in any major way, because that was always a possibility with all that stuff. So he comes back looking pale. I mean, you're all looking a little bit more pale than you usually are, but you all have like been outside a little bit here and there during this time, and he hasn't. He's like,
naked mole rat status.
"Hey guys, how's it going? What is Desi's alignment?"
That's a good question. It looks like it's not in there, so maybe.
Oh, no, they don't. They probably don't have one because they don't need one because of the nature of this setting. That's right. So we won't worry about that right now. They're a gray wizard. They probably have a notebook at this point, and they're writing a lot of stuff down in it, like just notes, incantations, info about contacting other like deities and stuff. Like, remember that book? Like, he's now working on his own version of it at this point. So
keeping his stipulations down and everything.
He comes back and he says, "Hey, how's it going? How have you all been?" And this is the first time you've seen him in 3 months.
Whoa, Desmond.
Desi. Have you seen the sun any?
Yeah, no. No. But I've seen the light. If you know what I mean.
Old Ning helped you out?
Oh, for sure, absolutely. And actually, we were talking, and I think we might have figured out a quest for us to do for Ning to help repay all the generosity. But I think, I really missed you guys. I think we should all get a drink before we do that. What do you say?
Yeah, I mean, that sounds great.
Great.
You really helped us out. My arm's feeling much, much better. Look, it's not broken anymore.
Oh, rad. All right,
Anybody,
well, yeah, let's
Kazuhar?
That's the one. That's the one he told me about. He said you've been there.
Oh, I've been there.
Let's do it.
Aren't you banned?
No, I think Siglin was banned.
That's funny as shit. I think you're right. Okay, never mind that.
Yeah, Siglin was banned. I wasn't. And Siglin's not here, so I
Nope.
should be fine.
That is okay. So yeah, and it looks like Desi knows the way, and you kind of head deeper into the cavern in the same direction that you went to that chamber before, but it's a different cavern now. And eventually you get to kind of a dead end that just has like this nice door. It's a wooden door with glass in it, and kind of like in nice letters painted on that frosted glass says Kazuhara's Interdimensional Tavern.
Ritz?
And before you step through the door, we're gonna take a quick break.
Perfect.
QB.
Okay, and we are back.
Can you see?
Yes.
Did you get stung by bees?
No. Jesus. Not this time. Not yet. But you all enter the door in front of you. And you walk into a well-appointed but very strange kind of tavern. Where's the... Yeah, there we go. Let me make sure we got the artist credit down there in the bottom. I'm not covering it up, am I? Hopefully not. No, I'm not. All right, cool. So you enter into this tavern, and behind the counter is a gentleman with what looks like an arm made out of metal, wearing a suit of armor from... It looks vaguely familiar, but you're like, you just cannot put your finger on like where, like what culture made this armor, but it's got plates that are like hung over each other, kind of strapped onto this guy on the shoulders, breastplate. You can't see his pants behind the counter, but he also has a long, slightly curved sword sheathed, hanging up above the bar. Bouchicha, you recognize that this isn't always here. It's probably only here when he's here. And sitting underneath the sword, in a spot like all of the bottles have been kind of like parted, and there is a little stand that has a helmet that it also has similar styled plates hanging off of it. It's samurai armor, basically, and he has a cybernetic robot arm as well.
And you said he's the bartender?
Yes. He greets you. He says, "Konnichiwa, travelers. Welcome to my tavern. How can I help?"
Looking for a few drinks for myself and my friends here.
Absolutely. Although, I'm afraid I can't serve or let the little one here sit at the bar. You're welcome to take a booth in the upper section.
We'll do that.
Sounds good. Do you have a chocolate milk that he could get?
Oh, I can do a lot better than just chocolate milk. But we will treat him.
Thank you.
We will treat him as the king he is. And you know, we'll say a server who is a literal robot, like an actual, like, full on, not an android, like humanoid, like, yeah, 2 arms, 2 legs, but full on robot. Nothing human looking about this robot. They just have like a circular hole in the white metal plating that makes up their entire body in the head section, that has a blue light kind of glowing out of it that represents their face, and this light contracts and expands to designate changes in emotion and tone as it speaks to you, and it's just like, "Please come with me this way," and it's just like a very pleasant, like, slowly moving orb that gesticulates as the words form.
Cool.
And you walk upstairs, and you start to realize, yeah, this is a kind of like a smoky establishment, as you can see more of the air moving through here. You get up there, it's a little bit... You can definitely smell stuff cooking back somewhere, and there's some other strange smells wafting around. The patrons are sparse currently, and the robot tells you, "It is currently happy hour. Here are our menus. Let us know if you would like to see the full menu." But they bring out the happy hour menu, and it's typical happy hour stuff. They've got grilled chick lizard tenders and crisps. They've got a cheeseburger with crisps and something called a sandwich and crisps, and then just a basket of crisps, and all of this comes with like a drink of some kind for free.
Dang.
Let's get Dennis
A sandwich and crisps.
a sandwich. Yeah, let's a sandwich.
Yeah. Let's get Denny a
Crisps.
sandwich and some crisps.
Are there any restaurant style games like PJ's like ring toss or something for him to do?
No, but they have stuff. They bring out a like a play mat, like an activity mat with like
Oh my god, some crayons.
and some crowns, which is like it blows his fucking mind.
Maybe a paper crown.
They don't have like a paper crown, but he's just like, are you what? Oh my goodness! And he's just like, he starts like. He picks up one. He starts just making random like marks on like the margins of the page. He's like, what? And then he does the same with one of the other ones and realizes that it's two different colors, and he fucking blows his mind.
My god.
He's like, I've never scratched on anything that wasn't coal, and it's always black, and it's always the same, and it's what is this? And he's just like a blue, a red, and a green one, and he's just like he's shitting his pants.
Oh my
That's
god.
so great.
Dennis, how about this? You get to keep those when you leave.
Fuck off.
I'm not even kidding. You get to keep those.
Yeah, you better add those to his character sheet because you know he's 100% keeping those crayons.
How many
Can we get
crayons?
specific colors on what color you said that they were?
Is
Yeah,
it like the
blue,
Roy Crusader?
blue, red, and green. And it's it's wax crayons, so keep that in mind. It's not as versatile as chalk or coal would be in a dungeon, but it writes on some surfaces.
I mean, we have. Okay,
Yeah, absolutely.
This
It could
is
be melted,
specifically
possibly.
recreational.
Yeah, just recreation. Grab some parchment, and the world's this kid's oyster. But what was the other? Oh, so the activity mat itself, I'm gonna say it's got a maze,
Yeah.
at least for sure, and then maybe like.
Give me a tic-tac-toe. Come on.
Oh yeah, okay, tic-tac-toe. You got tic-tac-toe, and I'm trying to think of something else that would be in an interdimensional tavern, because they're not. I was thinking like, they got a word jumble or a word scramble, but that's not accessible
Sudoku.
enough for an interdimensional Same with Sudoku. Like, not every culture that visits this tavern is going to use Arabic numerals.
Mm-hmm.
So what we've got to do, I got to think of like one other activity on here that, other than I guess. I'm thinking coloring. Yeah, it's a coloring page of like a thing from a history of some cultural group that visits this.
I guess you could do a color by numbers, but with symbols. I mean, you don't have to use numbers. For that.
There's only three.
Oh yeah.
There's only three colors, and also it's kind of like. What do you like? What activities could you really do other than like a maze, tic-tac-toe, and potentially like maybe one other thing other than I feel like just having like something like a thing to color in.
Yeah, just to color in. That's it. Yeah.
And it's puppets that are like it's a puppet. It's a guy holding in his hand. It's like okay, all right, hold on. Let me try to.
Puppets.
It's a puppet. It's a puppet. It's a guy with like a Muppet style marionette / puppet thing. You know what I'm talking about? With one hand goes in, and then you use your hands on like their hands, or even like just one of your other arms. Except the puppet, which is like this weird like green. Now, I won't say he's green, but like this weird, like fuzzy looking monster thing, is lifting himself off of the hands of the puppeteer, and the puppeteer looks shocked.
Okay, I love that.
And it just says the puppet ascension on the bottom in like a common script and a couple other languages.
Oh man, it's almost worth it for Desmond to cast ventriloquism to mess with him.
But I mean, Dennis isn't like blown away by the picture on the
Yeah, true.
the thing as much. Like he gets, like he knows what a picture is. Like he understands what like an image on a page is. That doesn't completely blow him away. But like the thing, he's multiple colored crayons is a game changer for him in a lot of ways.
For sure.
Writing implements and multiple colored ones at that aren't like a quill and ink or just charcoal on the ground is absolute. It's bedlam. It's completely mind blowing. It's the coolest thing he's ever experienced in his life.
That's awesome.
What a
Super
miracle.
stoked for Dennis.
Yeah. Yeah, I have him in the inventory for sure.
But yeah, so you can do as you want here now. Basically, how much carousing do you want to do? How turned do you want to get here?
I need to... I mean, we have the bedrooms here, right? Like, we're staying here, we can... I can get turned.
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
Dennis
I'll
or
at
Desmond
least go
really
for a
has
9. I'm going 9.
Okay.
Desmond, let me see. He's at 7 out of 17. I guess let's go the full shaft. Who's going 11?
Dennis is going... Or Desi?
Desmond, sorry.
Okay, yeah, Desi is going.
All right, yeah. Roll a d20.
Osolva's good though.
Oh yeah, the Osolva is the luck battery with the.
That was my
Very
warrior
nice.
cry.
Yeah,
Thank
that was
you.
beautiful. Is that a D20 for Desmond as well?
Okay.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so this is gonna be. They roll a d20 to recuperate luck, and they've drawn the attention of the gods. But is it for weal or woe?
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna have you call high or low, and then I'm gonna make a secret d20 roll. On my side.
Going low.
Well, is this wait? Who is it? Whose was this? Who's making the call here?
Me?
I mean, yeah, Bouchicha's the one that rolled it.
Oh, Bouchicha's. Oh, you rolled it for Desi?
No, that was for me because I need my luck too.
Oh, you're.
Oh no, well you don't.
I thought you told me to roll too. I'm sorry.
Oh no, that's fine. I was confused at who rolled that natural 20 there.
Oh yeah, that was me for Bouchicha.
Okay, all right, no, totally fine. You. Same deal. Gods. You draw the attention of the gods, but for weal or woe. And since it's in the interdimensional tavern, that means like you literally draw the attention of a god.
Yeah, I believe that.
More than based
Up on
on
their
what I
table.
know on mythology, it's probably Zeus.
Goodness. Okay.
But yeah, I'm gonna have you call. You said low?
Yes.
Okay.
And what's an 11 roll? D20 as well?
Yep. D20. Okay.
Oof, 8.
Okay. So yeah, you attract the attention of a god, and something that it's going to affect your behavior when you got that drunk is going to affect the way that this next adventure is going to go for you. And I cannot say for certain how, one way or the other. But you called low, and I rolled a dice. What was the other result? A 12?
8.
Desi got an 8.
An 8. You're going to get 2d4 luck points back. And... Okay. Okay. Wow. All right. So, I want to write that down. I guess I got to write that down too, huh?
Oh no.
And this is for Desi?
Desi.
Correct. I guess Dennis could use a little luck too.
Yeah, how
Dennis
turned
can't
does Dennis?
drink.
He can't get drunk, but he can get turned.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
okay.
you can
How
get
much
Shirley
sugar does he
Temple.
have? How many hot chocolates does he have?
Oh.
You know, how
How
many
many hot
triple
choc-
gooberberry sunrises does he have?
Ooh. He only needs 3.
Yeah, does he end up
let's-
thrown up in the alleyway afterwards? Like,
7?
No, he's a good boy.
You wanna? Yeah, let's only turn him up to 6.
all right, roll a d8.
He's a good boy. Oh, I get to roll him. A D8.
Yep.
6.
Okay. Dennis meets a little girl in like dirty clothes, and she's just like, she's not super pale, but yeah, she looks like she spends a lot of time out in the sun. Her clothes are like kind of completely bleached white. Not completely bleached white, but like bleached to lighter colors than they obviously used to be, and like in tatters. What isn't in tatters is like patched with other fabrics, but she's like a little girl who's just kind of like running around up here, and Dennis is like, "Hey, what's your name?" And she's like, "Oh, my name's..." Oh God, why can't I think of a name now? Yeah. My name's Evie, and I come here when I'm sleeping. And he's like, "Oh, that's cool. Do you wanna do tic-tac-toe?" And she's like, "Yeah, sure." And so they like run off together to like their own booth and start doing like tic-tac-toe with each other. And I guess
She comes here when she's sleeping?
yeah.
Okay.
That's what she says, and he goes off to a booth and starts doing tic-tac-toe, and they hang out. And I'll leave it up to you. Like, do they get along, or do they end up like not getting along?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a while since Dennis has had anyone around his age, now that Desi is older and whatnot, so I would say, yeah, they hit it off.
Okay. All right, and that was. Yeah. They get along. They don't have. I mean, it's not like they didn't like spark a lifelong friendship or anything, but you know, they had a good time.
Yeah,
You know, Dennis
out.
got to hang out with somebody their age, you know, roundabout, and so did this other person apparently. So it worked out. Oh, and they're going to gain a D7 luck points. And was that everybody? No.
Well, I rolled that 20 and
Oh yeah, I have that. I have what happened written down, but we'll say that you and Zeus didn't exactly get along.
shit balls, okay.
Yeah, we'll say. I'm gonna say what we're all thinking. Zeus was a bit of a creep, and you weren't actually like you weren't taking any of it, and
Cool.
but it wasn't like Zeus as Zeus. It was like Zeus showing up as like Woody Allen or some shit for some stupid reason, and being a creep, and you're like, yo, fuck you. And you're like, ha, you thought it was me, Zeus. You are,
my God.
fuck you, and he walks away. He leaves mad.
Aw, okay.
And you gain a D20 luck points. Have you already rolled that?
No, I have not.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you gain a D20 luck points as well.
Oh my goodness. I'm
Ooh.
back, baby.
Ooh, yes. Yes, you are.
17.
How's everybody else doing on luck? Is everybody maxed out or reasonably topped up?
I think Dennis is off by 1 and Desmond's off by 2. Everybody, yeah, Bouchicha and Osolva are full.
Cool. All right. And I guess when you're about ready to wrap up, Desi's like, "So are you all ready to go then?"
Yeah, I guess so, man. Why? What's up?
Oh, I'm just kind of amped to get out there, you know. I'm trying to he's like, I don't know if I should show you guys this in here, but check out what old Ning gave me. And he reaches into his bag that he's got now, and he pulls out the crystal of the outer dark. And he's like,
wow.
I'm gonna put this thing to good use, if you know what I mean. I got a couple ideas, but we gotta go somewhere, and we gotta find someone. I think. I'm not quite sure.
All right. Is this something that we gotta do for Ning?
Oh yeah, we gotta do this, for sure. Thesalo Komodra awaits. Let's do it.
Be sure to keep that hidden away.
Oh yeah, no, and he stashes it back away. But yeah, I'm giving this to Thesalo Komodra for old Ning, and maybe on behalf of myself as well, if I decide that I want to have a couple more patrons, maybe.
I like it. You're a smart young lad.
Hey, 3 heads are better than 1, you know what I mean?
I'm glad that you made it out of the sewer with us.
Me too. All right, so that is the like the Zolo Komodra. Thezolocomodra is the name of the patron that Desi has like found out enough about, where they think that doing this mission they've talked about at it with Old Ning, they've worked it all out, kind of behind the scenes away from you three, as to where you're headed off to try to find this patron and what this patron even is, and like maybe Desi doesn't even really know, but they know roundabouts where in the multiverse they need to get off this train, and they let you all know that they're gonna just tell Kazuhara to like set the exit, set the egress to where they want to go.
I mean, if you've got the coordinates, you go ahead and lead the way, Desmond. We'll help you out with this for sure.
Yeah, hey, no problem. Thank you.
I mean, we all owe Ning anyway.
It's true. It's true. All right. Well, if you're all ready, I'll go let Kazuhara know. And he gets up with like just a new amount of confidence from all that they've learned over the past several months, and from being so near Ning, like basically learning all the magic that they know now from Ning and from some other sources, including their own gumption, as well as the extra 10 years that they've tacked onto their body with like all of the like brash overconfidence of an 8-year-old in an 18-year-old's body, with like a whole lot of extra intelligence. This is what you get here. Add 6 more months of magical training, and this new like berobed Desi who's growing out. He's grown a little bit of a beard, I would say, potentially. Actually, yes. He's growing a mustache.
Nice. A long mustache, though.
No, give him a goatee.
Oh, hold on though. That's where this book comes in here.
I want to give him an encouraging but an embarrassing whistle as he gets up to walk over to Kazuhara.
Hold on. So there is a chapter of the DCC Annual Volume 1 called The Stash, Magic Mustaches for DCC RPG. And I feel like...
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic.
I feel like this is just the only, like... This is the first character that's like, okay, this would obviously be so appropriate for an 8-year-old who just became 18 to, like, I'm going to grow a magic mustache now that I'm a wizard. Like, it just makes sense.
I mean, it's the first thing you do.
2nd level or higher. Grows a truly righteous stash. They might just catch the attention of the sub-narrabus, a mysterious power of exciting aesthetics, who may choose to infuse that cookie duster with a fraction of his amazing power.
A little bit.
They must make a personality check. This roll is made exactly once, and the result is permanent. Success means they can actually grow a decent stash and not just something embarrassing peach fuzz. Scoring a 20 or higher on that roll means characters can grow a seriously epic stash that makes the world stand up and take notice. The mighty cosmic stash. Oh. Wow, it's like a whole oh god, it's like a whole chapter almost. All right. Anyway, every magic mustache draws power from a character's whisker points. Personality bonus plus luck bonus, minimum of 1. Each use of the magic mustache costs 1 whisker point. A whisker point is regenerated at a point of 1 point per night spent in rest and careful grooming. And each one of them has a different effect. So you have to roll a personality check now. Natural 20 means, you get a natural... If you get at least a 20, natural 20 is crazy. But if you get at least a 20, automatic success, and I will decide if the mustache is good enough otherwise. But if you want to make this check now, yeah. Six is not enough, I'm gonna say.
No.
Probably not. So the magic mustache isn't gonna happen. But we can say definite facial hair starts growing in, as that is a definitive genre crossing outward depiction of a wizard's skill set. And this is a wizard that is gaining a little bit of skill, so a little facial hair is, fine. Snake-esque, it's shadowy, just kind of barely coming in. But he goes up to Kazuhara, he's like, Kaz, can you let us off here? And he, pulls out a little slip of paper from his journal and slides it across the bar to Kaz, who says, absolutely. And then does something underneath the counter from where you can see. And the door, where the frosted glass is, you just see, lights kind of pan up. And then the lights kind of, disappear as if the door just kind of, rose. Or maybe as if the bar just dropped and the world outside the bar rose, or vice versa. Something like that. And Desi comes back, he says, alright, we're good to go.
I guess we'll have Dennis grab his crayons. Make sure they don't get crushed.
Yeah, no, he's definitely got them. Those are his new prized possessions. He's definitely not letting those go.
For sure. And
Show and tell back at his friends is gonna be lit.
oh, definitely after all of this. But so you'll exit the tavern then?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I think we're all set here.
yeah, we'll go.
You exit the tavern, and as you leave, Kaz gives you a nice wave goodbye. He's like, thank you for coming. Come again.
Oh, we throw him a silver schmeckle.
And he throws it in a. You hear it clink in a pile of coins that doesn't sound the same as coin piles where you're from, but you're like, okay. You just accept it. You just it's notably different. There's other things going on here. And you step back. You step back into a cave. Although it is a cave that is notably different. It is much more moist and a whole lot more humid here in this cave.
I need a candle.
Well,
Is it dark?
Dennis get a torch.
You got a torch?
Yeah.
Okay, light a torch.
So you light a torch. You can see now the cavern is pretty straightforward. And you can even make out a dim light beyond the light of your torch coming. It looks like a red light. It looks almost like torchlight, like a red light faintly glowing beyond your current location. Just down the down the cave corridor from where you're at, because there's only one way to go. And as you make your way there, you step out into a swamp. A swampy area. There are trees. It's not unlike the Great Salt Marsh near Lankhmar. But you're standing here at the mouth of this cave amongst this swamp, and you understand why everything's so humid, and you start getting a good look of like your general area that you're at. I'm just gonna start revealing stuff here on the map. And I'll bring everybody down in here. There we go. And if you want to just throw your characters down here in the swamp, by all means. Or I can do it as well. Let's see. As you step out of the cave and into this very humid, sticky swamp. A little bit more realistic battle would be seen. We want to show off the So I'm going to let you all decide how exactly you're going to like continue on through here. I'm going to say that the dim like kind of red light that you were seeing was the dawn, and that it is currently like a very red morning on the horizon here where you're at. But you can't really like, as far as the horizon, like there isn't one, but you can tell that the dawn because of all the tree covering and foliage, but you get the sense that this is like this is a red morning. The sky is definitely lit up red.
Okay. You guys want to check this out?
Do you know exactly where we're supposed to be heading, Desmond, or are you just kind of as lost as the rest of us?
Well, no. This is where we're supposed to be. We got to we've got to find Desolocomodra. If my notes are correct, yes. There are many places where they end up extending into the material plane. But
I guess
it's hard to get specifics, you know.
All right,
let's
so
just
we're
continue
just
on
gonna...
and see if we can find some high ground and get a better view of the area.
Yeah, let's venture on.
I guess what, north? Is that what?
Yeah, it looks like there's like area that we can step on that's not swamp.
All right, and can I get some intelligence checks?
Ten from Desmond.
13.
Roll for Dennis, I guess.
Yep.
Anyone smart?
Yes, you all do actually discover something. There's... Oops. As you start continuing north, you notice something over here by this log. You notice that the water here is... It's on a current. Let me see if I can do this. And the current is going this way. Here. And there's a lot of refuse that is like built up right here on this log, and it's not just sticks and stuff. There's like all kinds of crap here.
Like literal crap or interesting stuff too?
Not literal, yeah, sorry, not literal crap, but interesting crap.
Okay.
Maybe
Yeah.
pick
Let's.
through it a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, each of you roll 3d12 and just tell me what the number is added all together.
Bouchicha 9, Duzzy 14.
Okay, Bouchicha with the 9. You find like a little metal. How do I say this? It's a metal rectangle, like a little metal box, and it looks like it opens, but it opens like just like the top part of it looks like it maybe like comes off, but as you try to like take the top off, like maybe it's like it's capped or something, like a bottle of perfume or something maybe that you've seen in Lankhmar, but like very strange. It actually is it's hinged, and the top like hinges open, and there is a strange cylinder, and something else that looks like it's like a metal opening. It's very strange. Can you roll an intelligence check for me?
10.
10. You put one of your fingers on the cylinder, which looks like it's on like another strange hinge thing, and you spin it, and it gives a lot of resistance, and you do it really hard, and it actually like it sends up a spark, and it actually ignites that little like spout opening, and it's a Zippo lighter that you found.
It's a lighter. Interesting.
That's cool.
Okay.
And Desi got a 14.
Osolva gets 22.
And they pull out. They pull out a cooler, like not like I guess I shouldn't have just called it a fucking cooler. They pull out like it's not enamel. They're not quite sure what it is. It's much lighter than enamel, but it's some kind of, material made into a box that kind of like flips open, and it's just like a box. It's empty. It smells bad on the inside, but it's a box. But it is a cooler. Like that would fit like 12 cans of beer or something. But
Does it have a handle?
it does have a handle, yes.
Nice.
And did I hear a 22?
Yeah, for Osolva.
Osolva finds a metal box that is rectangular and very thin, and it has latches, and it's got metal on parts of it, and it's very hard on other parts, like it's enamel, and it's kind of heavy, and it has metal latches that are almost like rusted shut.
Interesting. Can I try and open the latches?
Yes. So it takes you some time, but you're able to because it's Osolva and you've got those lock picks, and you're able to like pry them open. And inside you find a waterlogged deck of cards and many multicolored coins. Although these coins are not made out of metal, you're not quite sure what they're made out of. But there's
Poker
like
chips.
blue, yeah, there's like blue and green and red and yellow and white. And then
So we're in some modern day typo or some sort of world that we
That's
might.
cool.
Oh, this is fun.
there was one
Yeah.
more thing, right?
Yeah, Denny
Dennis.
rolled a 11.
An 11. Yeah, Dennis finds a very strange object. It's made of metal. It has a crank, like a little handle that like turns and spins a weird like serrated disc. but it also like opens and shuts like shears. And he has no idea what it is at all. But
I don't get that one. Spinning serrated
if
disc.
it's a natural, I need at least a 20 from somebody to figure out what it is without knowing more. Who is that? Or no? That wasn't a 20.
Damn it.
Wow, a 21, really? From Desi? From Desi? Crazy. Okay, and the 19 is also really good too. You could burn luck for that. But
Yeah.
basically it's meant to cut something. Like you realize that much. Like you can like put it on fabric. You could like clamp it onto fabric or something and then move the handle and it like spins these two discs that have like gears that are like geared together and it will cut into things like maybe leather, like maybe it's like a futuristic like leather working device.
Oh, it's like a pizza wheel type of one of those things that cuts fabric. Am I thinking around that thing?
Yeah, yes, but imagine that if it physically clamped on to the fabric.
Okay.
And like forcibly sunk that cutting disc into whatever you clamped it on, and then like turning this gear like feeds whatever fabric or material you were feeding into, like it would like crawl across this fabric in one way or the other, and cut into it.
Is either like a can opener or I don't know. A can opener type of thing.
I don't know if you can see me right now, but I'm tapping the end of my nose.
Oh God. Something with a round with the serrated.
No, that means you're right.
Oh. Got it.
You got it right. You got it right on the nose.
Hey.
Yeah, that's great. This could come in handy. Good job, Dennis.
There's also a cylinder made of metal. It's very rusty. It's you're not quite sure what it is. It looks like it has some kind of depiction on the outside of it, but you're not quite sure what. Like it definitely had some kind of like pictogrammic language, but you have no idea how to read it. But you could maybe, with an intelligence check, try to discern what is on the outside.
I'm going for this. Come on. 15?
15, yes. There's a depiction on the outside of like a bunch of men, and they look like they're in matching uniforms, although it's not quite clear what their uniforms are. Like, it's just like a bleached, waterlogged, rusted cylinder. One of them looks like they're yelling and brandishing some kind of weapon, and others look like they're running. It's warriors of some kind. Like this is a cylinder depicting warriors entering a battle.
Yeah, maybe like a food ration or I don't know. Yeah. What would have people, on it like that? I don't know. That one's got me. Could we roll some intelligence checks?
I mean, I've told you everything that you could glean.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to ask more about some specific element that I've described, I could go into more detail, but...
Does it look like it maybe could fit into the can opener? Is it like that small of a...
No. I mean,
or is it bigger?
you actually, I take that back. Like, you could potentially... It doesn't. I would say it doesn't have a lip.
Oh, okay.
If that may, like, it doesn't have a
Yeah,
lip.
I
It's
don't
kind
think
of
they'd
like
be inclined
round.
to
It's got a
then.
lid.
Oh, okay. Does it look like it can be opened then?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's like it could be. The lid could be pried off, lifted off. It's rusted, but you can do it.
Yeah, I'll attempt.
Okay, give me a strength check. Oh yeah.
13.
So you open up this tin and outpour a very concerning number of tiny little warriors. They're entirely green. They're green skinned. Their weapons are green, and what they're wearing is green. They move very, very quickly as soon as the thing is opened, and they swarm out. They got a surprise action against you, unfortunately.
Are they little green army men?
They absolutely are. Yes, a toy soldier horde.
Stop.
So it's got a D20 plus 3 for the tiny barrage of bayonets against Osolva. Or wait, you said that said Desi? Was that a Desi thing or was it an Osolva thing?
I'm pretty sure that was Osolva.
Okay, that's kind of what I figured. So that they got a 13. Does that hit?
No.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and I can't change her AC on the character sheet on Roll20. It's marked as 11 there, but she's at a 14.
Good question here. Let me see if I can do something about that.
I mean, I have it on my sheet, but just if it matters to you.
I don't think it really does. Oh yeah, it is locked in there. I don't know why. Oh, because of... Yeah. What kind of armor are you wearing?
I believe leather. And then I get a +2 from the mythic cloak I got in the relic box.
What is the bonus for your leather armor? I guess I actually have it in front of me right now.
I think it's a +2.
Okay, so it's +2, the other thing's +2.
Yeah.
And that's magic, so put that in as magic. So now it should be updated. And if that's correct, your AC should actually be like... Well, why didn't it change? What's going on? Oh yeah, they're both worn. Alright, sorry. There we go. 15. 15's your armor class?
Oh, nice.
Because you have a +1 for agility.
Oh yeah.
Cool. So look, that, yeah, there you go. You got 15 AC. They don't hit you. Now we roll initiative.
I guess they all poured out of there. It's too late to chuck the jar.
Yeah, yeah. You really were. And you didn't say like, now I'm being super careful in case a bunch of creatures pour out of here and attack me.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
So
I know. I just kind of picture like when you hit an ant hill or something like that, you chuck it. Whatever. We got it.
So there's they. Nameplate. I want everybody to see this, and this is the LGM. And I think I can just give them add a turn. There we go. Alright, so yeah, I'm going to add everybody's turn onto here, and you can all let me know what you roll for initiative.
Bouchicha got a whopping 6.
Is that with your level and everything?
Yep, I rolled a 2 with my level.
Hey, it's not a 1.
That's it.
Osolva, that's an 8. Desi gets a... This is Desi's got 13.
I rolled it, but it's kind of frozen up real fast on mine.
Oh, is Desi? He doesn't get a bonus. No, he doesn't get a bonus. It's a wizard, I'm pretty sure.
Dennis is an 8.
This is an 8. And the... I think it's a 2 that they get. No, it's +3. Okay. Six they get. Alright, so it's going to be Desi, Osolva, Dennis, then the little green men, then Bouchicha.
Alright.
Although, Bouchicha, what's your bonus to initiative? You said you rolled a 2 and you got a 6?
Yeah, because I just added my level. Do I add anything else?
She's the defender.
I don't know. I think your agility modifier, if you have one.
I don't have. Nope.
Okay. Well, oops. We'll sort that again. Cool, and everybody can see that down there. Awesome. So yeah, Desi's gonna go first. Now that these little green men have poured out, and what is Desmond gonna do with their newfound spell abilities?
Yeah. I don't think any of his new spells are going to be too helpful here. Except for maybe the force manipulation. Oh, these are animate objects. Let me just look at the... Oh no. I guess he's gonna go for the old enlarge. On Bouchicha. On Zach? No, I can't.
Test. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. Sorry, I was muted.
Oh, okay. No worries.
Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna roll to see how many little green men we got here. Alright, so just alright. Yep. Perfect. So what does Desi end up doing? He rolls an 18 for which spell?
Enlarge on Bouchicha.
Okay.
So that gives her oh, you do it.
Either of us can do it. I can. We both have the book in front of us, I think.
Yeah, I had it in front of me, but you know, you gotta weigh it.
50% increase, +2 to attack damage and armor class due to the size and strength.
No, that's to you, and damage too. So yeah, to the...
Alright. Okay. So yeah, that's a spell. Do they do a move action or anything, or is that it?
Yeah, he gets a further away from the swarm, not not out of attack range or anything, but maybe let me see where he's at. Behind Bouchicha here, Unless that puts him in attack of opportunity territory.
Not attack of opportunity now.
Yeah, he's just gonna move right on Bouchicha.
All right, I need them to make a reflex save.
Is his +1. $18.
18.
Nice.
Okay, so they try to as they make their move. There's a small barrage of tiny plastic projectiles, and the army men kind of like surge out. It's a 5-foot square of army men, basically. And as they move over towards Bouchicha, they try to swarm, and I'm just gonna say just Bouchicha like stomps in front of them and like keeps them away a little bit to keep Desmond safe.
I mean, she's massive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
okay.
just like stay away. And that
Does that include like all of my possessions on me get bigger?
yeah.
So like that Zippo lighter just got really big.
Yeah, but I mean it only by 50%. So it's not
It's not great.
it's not a flamethrower. It's just like a novelty sized lighter at this point.
Gotcha. Right.
So that was Desi's turn. It's now Dennis's turn.
I guess Dennis can use his sling against. Oh yeah, he does have a spear. Yeah, he's got a glowy spear. Poke 'em. Oof, 6.
Okay.
Oh yeah, does he get a plus? So
He did not any of his
just an
bonuses.
8.
Well, he gets the deed die, and then strength mod, and a +3 to attack from the spear.
What's his? Okay, so D20 plus, is it a D4?
Yeah, D4.
D4 plus.
So he's at a 9 plus D4. And what's his strength?
D20 plus D4 plus 9? Where are you getting 9 from?
9 is the +3 to the 6 that you got.
Plus
The
3
spear
to-
has a +3 to attack.
Oh, okay. Is this accurate?
Yes.
Okay. I'm re-rolling. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
Completely. Okay.
Well, let's see what his
27!
27. All right, that's a definite hit. How much damage?
it's a D. No. D12 plus 3 damage.
D12 plus 3.
Nice.
Well, okay, perfect. So what Dennis does with the spear, he's like, yeah! And he scrapes the spear across the ground in front of him, burying like a pretty decent chunk of these army men into the mud, like the muddy ground. And then it just immediately starts stomping on them, forcing them
Dennis
further.
does.
Yeah, just like he keeps grinding them deeper and deeper into the mud so that they can't get out.
Okay, alright.
And then it is Osolva's turn.
I guess I'll do the same as Dennis, actually. He seems to be having a good time. I'll try and scrape my spear
Still-
across the ground.
I was
Just
just
stomp him.
And then stomp him, yeah. Well, I think we have to make an attack. Do we have to make an attack, or just
Yes.
can I...
Would a
Stomp.
stomp be an
Okay.
attack on them?
I'm gonna say that these rolls, these attack rolls, like with your weapon, it's just I'm tacking this stomp in there.
Make it work.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
tacking
Okay.
the stomp onto there.
Cool.
13.
All right, 13 is enough to hit. Yeah, right on the button. Oh no, wait, ties go to the defender. You got to burn a point of luck.
Burn a point.
Yeah, I'll do it.
All right, so you burn a point of luck. Go ahead and roll damage.
That's 8.
Okay, yeah. You get a decent number of them. You don't get as many as Dennis did, but you I'll say you knock a bunch of them off of you, and then you start stomping them in. You scrape your spear across yourself, and knock the ones that are off of you, off of you, and start stomping those to the ground. And now it is Bouchicha's turn.
My +2. Yeah. I'm going to, I guess, just use my flail and smash them into the ground more.
Okay. Yeah, there's still more. There's still like half of them left. A little more than half.
D6 plus 7. 21. Four, 5, 6. Oh, I was 1 off. It's fine. +2. I was off by 1, but it's fine.
Sorry, I was muted. Yeah, just apply that to your damage. It's fine.
It'd be 22 all day.
Oh yeah, that hits. So just like, you know, what it would have been 7, 8, 9, 10 plus 10 all day.
10, yeah.
So roll damage plus 10.
Okay. $15.
Okay. So there is a very small number of these little green men who are now scattering. Yeah, I'm gonna say that's what they do. They're gonna attempt to scatter, which means that I'm gonna do the opposite. Yeah, I'm gonna do the opposite of what that usually is. So if everybody can attempt to attack here, because they're trying to leave, but you need to get at least a DC 10 on a reflex save to hit them, because they're so small and they're specifically trying to scatter in different directions.
So we all attack again right now at the same time?
Everybody roll a reflex check. Anybody who makes a 10 or better may attack if they so choose.
Oh, that was for Osolva.
Osolva gets to attack. Dennis does not.
Oh yeah, boy.
Oh yeah, Desi.
Desi gets to attack. And Bouchicha, you got a 19. You also get to attack. So everybody gets to attack except for Dennis.
Dennis. Sorry, Denny. $19.
19 hits. Roll damage. And we'll see if anybody even has to go after this. I feel like
I think I should have rolled a 9 for that because I added that last one wrong. But 10.
10 damage. Yeah, no, that does it. That gets him. And so the little green men are ground into the dirt, literally.
Yeah.
And you're left now, you're here in the swamp. I don't think anybody took any serious damage during that, but it was pretty hairy. What do you do now?
That was pretty weird.
Yeah, that was strange. I guess we should probably keep moving.
Yeah, probably. Going
That's a
north, I guess.
Modra. Wait.
Thessalocomodra awaits us. Yes, let's head forward.
North.
All right, and the fog parts, and you're able to see your way north. There's some thin pathways. Go ahead and roll luck checks to see if you find any more random crap out here.
Got it.
So Desmond. Oh, nice.
Can you roll a 1 on a luck check? Is that legal?
Well, yeah, that's
yeah,
good.
yeah. It's the best you can
Okay.
roll.
Okay. What is Dennis's luck? Is he less 5? Is he 5?
He has 8 total. He's at 7.
Okay, so who all passed the luck check here?
Everyone except Desi.
Okay.
No, I think that's fine for Desmond. He's
Oh,
at
Desi
17.
is 16?
Yeah, he's 17.
Oh,
that's
Let's see
right.
what his current is.
Alright, we all passed.
Okay. So, Osolva, go ahead and roll a... Wait. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Roll a d12.
Tin.
Huh. Damn. You find a black disc with a small hole in the center, and that same strange language from the tin of toy soldiers in the center, in another ring, a small ring in the center of this black disc with writing on it.
Feels powerful.
Yeah,
Is it
you
a
pull
record?
you pull it out of the muck, and it's like it's not really that warped or anything.
Oh, wow. This feels like it's a lucky find.
Is it ribbed for her pleasure?
It does have grooves on it.
Oh, wow.
Dennis, roll a d12.
3.
All right. And ooh, okay. All right, yeah. You find a length of copper piping sticking out of the mud. And this is over the course of like several hours of walking, by the way. About 4. Who was next? Osolva, Desi, yes.
Well,
Wow. 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 All right, hold on. Let's see. Maybe it's not that good.
I mean, that sounded good.
Yeah, you know, it sounds good when the DM starts loudly exclaiming
You know?
"wow" over and over again. You're like, "Huh, maybe there's something to this." Fuck off. Jesus Christ. Okay.
I like that a little bit more sometimes too.
Give me a second. I'm gonna look something up.
just items.
Has to be fun for the players. Find good things. Get such few opportunities to be a total dickhead.
Fun for the players and the viewers on Twitch.
Yeah, I know, right? Just
YouTube.
wait. How beefy this character is about to become as they pull a strange sword out of the muck.
Oh my god. Stop it. Denny gets a sword.
Yes. I'm just trying to find... Yeah, it's a sword. But it's not a normal sword. As a matter of fact, when it's in its sheath, and it's not dissimilar from Kazuhara's sword that he had hanging up in the bar. But when it's sheathed, there is a little, like, red glowing point on it, right? Just like a little, like, red glowing point on the hilt. And when it is drawn, when it is taken out of its sheath, it goes... And the blade itself is fuzzy. Like, you can't actually see exactly where the blade is. It's fuzzy. It's making a humming sound, and it's got an immense amount of power, it feels like. Desi's just like, this thing is so fucking powerful. This sword.
It's fuzzy though?
He takes, like,
So
it's metal. It's definitely like a metal blade, but the blade itself is fuzzy to look at. It's hard to look at when it's fully taken out. Like, you could...
Okay.
And he goes up to a branch on a tree and just, like, barely starts running the blade along the branch and just starts, like, shearing off
Stop.
like sheets of bark.
Oh my god.
Like it was fucking butter.
Denny, why?
I'm just gonna look back at the group like wide-eyed.
Holy
He's
shit.
gained so much power over such a short period of time.
It's honestly gross. It does a D12.
Dennis is
plus
over
5
here like
damage.
rubbing the crayons in his pocket. He's just happy for that, you know.
Yeah, so this thing will do a bit, like at minimum 6 points of damage when it makes contact with something.
Jeez.
Oh my goodness.
As an attack, you know, if you just like, obviously if you have a little more finesse, you can do some cool stuff with it. Bouchicha, unfortunately, I do have an opportunity to be a dick here. You despite your roll, You do not find anything.
Okay. Can I look a little more just in case?
No, I'm sorry. The gods are fickle.
Okay.
Specifically one in particular.
Okay.
So that's what you get when you nat 20 a carouse check. I don't know what to tell you.
It is what it is.
After a long period of time, it does start to rain. And you get caught in a very quick storm that kind of like just rolls in a matter of minutes. Really, you're just kind of like you're like, is it raining up there? And then all of a sudden, you're like in a downpour.
It's raining here. Do we
I
want
guess
to
we'll find
huddle
some
under?
shelter or something, yeah.
Do we want to just truck through it?
So we should probably, if it's coming down heavy, we should probably find some cover.
Yeah, maybe under this big old tree right up here.
Okay. Shit. Okay, roll. So who's got the lowest luck?
I think Dennis.
Alright, Dennis rolls a luck check.
Yeah, okay. Rough.
That's rough. You hate to see it. So everybody takes shelter under a tall tree
Yeah.
in the very humid rain shower. Okay, lightning strikes the tree.
Jesus Christ.
So I need everybody to make a reflex save.
Running out from under it.
Yeah, 15.
Dennis gets a 14.
Okay. That is, they need one more point to make it.
Oh, just kidding. That was me. I added that +2 to myself, I guess, and I just rolled it as Dennis. Yes, that was Bouchicha, sorry.
Okay.
Now I'll roll for Dennis.
Looking for a 15, by the way.
Oh, shit.
Can luck go to this, or is it just you make it or you don't?
Oh, luck can absolutely go to it. Luck can go to anything.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah,
okay.
let me burn a point of luck for myself
I'll,
there to 15.
Yeah, you can
Okay.
burn a point of luck.
That's a no-go on Denny.
Danny,
Fudge.
yeah, wow, oof.
Is it a D6?
Oh.
I think I'm rolling D6.
Fudge.
for luck, three.
Got my little Denny boy.
Well, it might not be too bad.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just the dungeon master over here. I don't know anything. Don't listen to me. This is not
You're just
financial
a-
advice.
Voice in the sky.
Yeah. All right. So who doesn't? Has everyone rolled? Has everyone?
No, I'm gonna use luck to get past it. I just can't remember what my luck die is at level 3, if it's a D6 or D5.
Oh, it's a D5.
Oh, okay. Alright, so that's 5, and I needed... I'm gonna roll now. I gotta do one more and I have it, so
Okay.
that's 4
Yeah, I
luck
won't
I
make you
need.
roll that one. You make it. Who fails?
Denny.
Denny and Bouchicha. Unfortunately, you both fail.
And Desmond has the luck to burn.
All right. So this is for Bouchicha. Okay. Alright, you take 10 points of damage.
Not great.
Not great.
But okay.
And then this is for Denny. Fuck me. Jesus Christ. Dennis takes 18 points of damage.
Help.
How? What do you mean? Is it 0?
Is he at? He's at 13.
Yeah, but I don't know if he got upgraded since his last level up though. But yeah, the last one he's at is like 13 hit points, but that might be from his level 0 or 1 still.
I didn't keep up with it.
Yeah, neither did I.
Alright, so...
Shit.
Hold on, there's an easy way to figure this one out. Stamina is of 9. So at most they could have had... Oh, wait. No, we never... These are the original stats. Do we have the level 0? Still. Is that accessible? Oh, it is still level 0. That's weird.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing.
Wow.
Stuff copies me.
Okay. So that's
That
where
might-
we should be. Crazy. Alright. So...
Yeah, I mean, I know it's gonna take a chunk, but I feel like he's got to have had some higher hit points. Well, yeah, he's a warrior, so he should be rolling a d12.
Yeah, they don't get any bonus, so... 9 is the amount of hit points they would have generated at level 1 if they had max level. The odds... I'm just trying to figure out what the... I feel like they should have at least one more hit dice worth of hit points. And you know we have not really been keeping track of it. So yeah, let's just hit... I'm just going to hit the leveling hit point button. Amount of hit die for your class 1. We're going to roll it. Boom. Gets 9. An extra 9. So they're at 22.
So 22 will be his total now. Oh, you're doing it. Oops, sorry.
There we go. And they took 18 points of damage.
Yes.
So they're at 4. So they're still alive.
Hallelujah.
We gotta do something about this 8-year-old with 18 hit points. I don't know how that's possible.
I mean, Bouchicha, she's a good teacher.
That's true. This is true.
He's been following my
He survived
footsteps
the
for a little
sewer.
bit now.
He's
Proud of him.
hard.
He's my little child prodigy.
That was a really large chunk of their hit points, though.
Yeah, it's not great.
So they're injured now. You all have been moving through the swamp for a good long while now. This tree's exploded. Can I get a... Let me get intelligence checks from everybody real quick.
The 24 from Desmond.
13. Yeah.
Desi says, like, I think I hear something. I think I hear something up ahead. It sounds like a growl. Like a mechanical growl, but I think it's our best bet. I think we should keep going.
To go towards it?
I'm not quite sure it's dangerous.
Okay, well, I mean, I guess
Let's keep going.
we can only go up from here, so... Dennis, you want me to put you on my shoulders, buddy?
Yes, please.
Oh, I got some snacks. You need a little snack? I got rations.
Got some children's mead.
Baby's first mead.
Where'd you get baby's first meat at? Come
I
on
don't.
now.
We have wine. I don't know what to give him. We can't give him wine.
I mean, we can give him maybe a thimble full.
Yeah.
Just a little nummy on the gummy.
So, yeah, you give him a little thimbleful of booze to try to, like, just, keep him up. So you can roll a d12 plus 1.
For Dennis.
Yeah. Nice.
13!
Oh, I think I feel bad now. I could probably walk. And he's right, he can walk, just maybe not in a straight line.
He's a little boozy woozy.
He's a little boozy woozy, but eventually you all come up to this site here. This is an incredible sight to you. It's an entire fortress made of metal.
What?
And the mechanical growl that you were hearing was actually coming from this vehicle here. It's a horseless carriage on big wheels, and the whole vehicle, like, growls. And there are people sitting here who are shouting things at the person at the gate. They're shouting back and forth. You're far enough away that you can see this, and you can see that you're definitely within eye shot of the people in the watchtowers and the parapets here. But just trudging through the swamp, like, you can tell that they look like they're armed with the same kind of stuff that those little green men were armed with.
Looks dangerous.
Yeah, it does look a little dangerous.
And you hear one of the people in front of the gate, in the vehicle, in the carriage, the metal horseless carriage that growls, shout up to the person up on the gate. You've got 1 week! 1 week and we'll be back! And after that, you'll have to pay one way or another. We'll see you then. All right, let's go. Let's go. And he starts, like, makes a hand signal above his head, signaling to round everybody up. And everybody gets into this horseless carriage. And it growls, and it drives away on a raised road leading away from this village. And Desi looks to you, and he says, I think we're in the right place. And we're going to take a quick break.
For sure.
Yes, so let's get back to the business at hand. You are approaching a settlement of some kind. There is a sign. That's what the sign says. You can't really read the sign yourself, but you saw the scene play out as you walked up. The grumbling, horseless metal carriage disappears into the swamp surrounding you, and you are left here at the gates of Nuqua.
Desi, you sure this is the right place, man? This is looking pretty sketch.
Oh, yeah, so... Desalocomodra doesn't really, break through, in places where there's a lot of, God, what's the opposite of, what's the opposite of decay?
Gotcha.
I'm sorry, it's escaping me. I forget what it's... But yes, decay is definitely one of the prevailing features that Desalocomodra is looking for. Chaos. It's a ladder. It's a ladder.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Gotcha. So, I guess does a Locomodra a person? Should we go and check in there, or I guess Bouchicha, you're big. Let's have you go and say hello and see if we can offer our assistance.
I mean, Desi knows more, or
He just knows this is the right place, and he's definitely not the person to start a conversation with.
Oh yeah, no, Desalocomodra is not going to be like the innkeeper here for sure. But we might be able to find a place, probably not somewhere that is as God, how can I put this, populous as this place. Somewhere less populous. These people are too they're too well organized.
Should we keep moving then, or what do you think, Desmond?
I think we should stop here. I'm wet, and a couple of you are looking a little crispy.
I mean, I like the hair on Denny there personally, but yeah, we should see if we can convince these people to give us some refuge.
All right. So how do you go about doing that? At this point, like, the guards are a little bit more relaxed, but you can tell that there's a few of them. If you actually look up at the towers there, you can tell that there's a few of them that look down and can see you looking up at them.
I guess just kind of push Bouchicha forward and just say those guys are real dicks, huh? I don't know. Get us in, Bouchicha. You're big.
I mean, I'm just gonna talk to them, like everything's gonna be chill, like I'm hoping.
I mean, people are gonna see you all massive and stuff and not want to mess with you.
Alright, I'm just gonna tell them that I'm
So
needing
yeah,
a
so
place.
just real fast, so we get like a good idea of like the imagery here. You have to get up onto this like pier, almost like dock kind of region. I don't know if you can see me pinging, but like you'd have to like cross over here, which is over like a moat, which does have some like more junk half submerged in it, and there are these like concrete blocks shoring up everything on either side. The door here is shut. There are a couple guards up top and a couple guards in each guard post here. And you can see off in the fog here, there's actually like larger structures, but they are overgrown up at the top. It looks like they might be like reclaimed by nature, more or less. But yeah, as you approach, eventually one of the guards calls down to you and says, "Halt there. What reason do you come here?"
I'm looking for a little bit of refuge for myself and my friends. We are looking for a place to stay for the evening.
Goodman Games.
Sorry about that. Yes. Well, you look pretty hurt. I guess we could use the trade. What have you got with you to trade?
Let me see here. Well, I've got. Ooh, I've got 2 gold.
Some wine?
2 gold rilks.
Wine, gold. What do you
And a little
like?
bit of wine, it seems.
Gold? Not much use for that here. I guess we could use some wine. How much wine did you bring?
I could give you 8 ounces here. It's a nice good bit. Very tasty.
That's all you've brought. 8 ounces of wine.
Well, yeah, and the magnificent specimen that's Bouchicha here if you need any manual labor assistance.
We'll see what needs to be done. Alright, we'll let you in. But make sure that you work off any debts that you end up incurring while you're here. We don't need any more freeloaders here.
Oh, not
No,
us.
we can work our way through this. It's fine.
Alright, I'll open the gate. And the very slowly the gates open up, and the guy says, "Welcome to Noikwa, travelers." And the click, 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 like slowly the gates open up, and you're greeted with like a very quaint kind of shanty town. It looks like a Lankhmar slum, but made out of like slabs, like used chunks of metal instead of used chunks of wood and like mud bricks and stuff.
Okay.
And yeah, you are all brought in to the town. Make sure that everything's boop boop. Yep. All right. So you're in the town. The town square is made up of just like a few scant buildings. There is a place that looks like it has people like eating and drinking outside of it. Everything's like outdoor seating kind of thing. Like inside is like where the kitchen is at apparently, and you can like see smoke coming out of one of the roofs of this building where the food is being prepared. You can definitely smell it. There's also looks like a place where people have some hammocks and stuff set up. People are sleeping. Some people are sleeping outside here. There is a fire pit outside of the place where people are eating, where people are like just kind of like getting some warmth. There's a lot of like smaller little huts that maybe have families in them. People are like washing their clothes in various buckets of like very strange, like brightly colored buckets made out of material you're not familiar with, and just doing regular old housekeeping stuff. One of the buildings is made of more like foundational material, but is almost completely crumbling. And yes, it is almost completely taken over by nature. Although some of this nature has been taken over, and there are people with like garden plots on the various levels of this like half crumbled building. Like you can see a cross section of the building because half of it's like completely crumbled, and they're using the decaying foundational structure here to grow things. Apparently, enough vegetation has grown, died, and then regrown to make some pretty fertile soil on the floors of this structure. And there's stairways that have maintained that people are going up and down, gathering like fruits and berries and stuff that are growing, and even maintaining some various animals. One of which is a pig that has like a lot of legs. Like it's got like 30 legs. It's a long pig. It's a very long pig. It's a pigtopede.
Oh no. Okay.
And they're just, they're taking care of it. They're feeding it. It seems to be relatively docile. And there are also like lizards that seem to lay eggs that are also being harvested, which are, that's good. It's a good sign.
Well, I guess. Should we maybe like see if we can stop at a hammock or something and take a break here and
Oh yeah, if you yeah, if you wanted to, well, the hammocks are like kind of like people's, they own that. But if you
oh,
wanted to like,
is there an inn possibly or
yeah,
somewhere that
yeah, if you wanted to
like
like maybe talk to the person where people were eating, they could probably
yeah.
give you a room. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do that and maybe get a place to stay and recollect before we figure out what's going on here.
Okay. And so you go up to the inn, and a couple of things happen. Uh, there's a woman who looks older than you, has some gray hairs, but is of like, she's not like full on gladiator, but like you can tell that she's definitely like she's survived here for a long time, and you can tell she's tough. But
Okay.
she looks at you like she's like her like her eyes get a little wide. She's like, wow, like where so wait, you're all looking a little rough. Where'd you all blow in from?
Oh man, we've been all over. Are you familiar with Ilithmar or Lankhmar? Do any of these places sound familiar?
Can't say that I have, travelers. Well, you're welcome to get a room to stay in and heal up while you're here in town. Did you bring anything to trade?
It looks like we might have. I have a just wine as well. I've got some rations of food. How about candles? You like candles?
Candles are good. Those are very useful.
I
Yeah.
have 3 of those I could part with.
Well, then I've got a room for all of you.
Oh,
Right this way.
lovely.
And they bring you into a just kind of like a small little room with like a wood stove, a couple of bunks, enough room for everybody to sleep in, and two separate like bunk beds is what I mean, like 4 separate beds for everybody, and I should mention the other thing that happens is a little girl runs up to Dennis and says, Dennis, it's you.
Oh,
And
little
it's
rags to riches girl.
well, no, she's still dressed in the same rags that she was in the tavern before, but it is the little girl from the tavern. And she says, "Mommy, look, it's the little boy from my dream. It's Dennis. It's the little boy I told you about." And her mom just like looks at her and rolls her eyes and is like, "What the fuck ever."
Ah, while she was sleeping, she was there. That's right.
I guess I want to wave and say hi, Evie.
And she's like, "Oh, hello. Hey, I remember you two. Hi." And she just like waves. It's very nonchalant. It's not. It's like nothing to her.
Yeah.
Fun.
So she can dream and get to Kazuhar's,
That's sick.
right? Well, that might come in handy for getting us out of here. But, yeah.
Smart thinking.
Yeah, and we'll say I'm gonna say Desi is also realizing what has happened. Is he kind of like strokes his face stubble.
It's getting there.
He's getting there. He's getting there. So did you all want to take a break here then?
Yeah, I think we might have to wrap it up for the night.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. So that brings us to everybody's favorite part of the session, which is the part where I ask everybody what their favorite part of the session was. So starting, I don't actually keep track of who we do first on
I'll
which
go
week, but
first.
yeah, what was your favorite part?
I like the switch up of like modern stuff, finding lighters and like the Zippo and everything, and but I'm interested to see how the army men,
Yeah,
because I
it's a lot
mean
of
they were
fun.
obviously like alive and attacking, so this is great.
Yeah, every time we do something or for Ning like this, it's pretty cool. The last little adventure you have for us is cool. This one's really cool too. This one's
Nice.
better so far.
Awesome. Yeah, this one's a little bit more fleshed out, so I'm excited to see where it ends up going.
Yeah, this is really cool. I don't know. I think my favorite part's just how crazy jacked that Desi's getting. Like him getting the sword. Like he's doing pretty good. I gotta
Right?
keep him alive.
That was honestly gross. It's so ironic that this campaign really became, because it was like, it was like the Siglin Bouchicha adventures or whatever, like the wizard and the warrior, like it was like a really good combo,
Yeah.
and then like Siglin died horribly. It was like so sad, and so it became like we got to get Siglin back, and now like the street kid that Dennis found to help out with this side gig has become, bar none, one of the most powerful spellcasters I've ever seen in this game. It's gross. I don't know.
This is
dumb.
so ridiculous. Yeah, but absolutely love them. Like, love the character development and whatnot. It's great.
Me too. And the setting that we're in right now is also really. I love the switching that up. Wallaby, what was your favorite part?
I think it's Desmond, honestly, getting the sword and just him becoming so crazy at this point, the possibilities with him. Like I keep thinking about these different battle mage type setups and stuff. Like he's really cool.
Well, and swords are a trained weapon for wizards. I think short and long swords are both. I don't think two-handed swords are, but this is a one-handed sword, and the odds of you getting that on the table were really crazy. You have to get a 12 on that, and then I had it hidden behind the scenes, but you were rolling to see which scavenging table I was rolling on, and
What?
yeah, so it was to get a weapon out of that table, especially the table that you like, the specific table you got it off of, like, and not like a can of beans or something, is fucking gross, just really gross. And I'm gonna say that I'm gonna say that was the end of that adventure, and I'm gonna give you XP now, because mainly from the effect of the nat 20 you got with the god Zeus. So I'm gonna say that was over, and I can tell you now that was you automatically failed every saving throw and luck check for the remainder of the adventure. So
Oh.
yeah, so that was like,
Oh.
that was not great, but
Yeah.
it was like, call it high or low, and if you're right, it's you either automatically pass or you automatically fail. And I feel like Zeus being mad and just dicking with somebody while they're traveling is like a cliche, like a trope of Zeus, so it made sense for like the travel. But now that you've arrived here, I'm gonna say that goes away, and I'm gonna award everybody with experience points as well. Although we didn't do much. I mean, it was really just the green army men and the lightning.
Yeah.
So I'll call it 5 experience points.
I'm inching closer.
Wait till next week. Wait till next week. We'll actually get into the meat and potatoes of this. But I really like doing these sessions because I get to like introduce a new setting to your characters, which is always super, super fun. There's a lot of different DCC settings to explore this way. But
Yeah.
No, this is cool.
anyway, I've been Zach Lane, joined by Tabo and Wallaby. This has been the only game whose maze plays for day. I keep messing this one up today. The only game whose maze plays. I am very upset with myself. The only game whose maze craze plays for days in ways that will amaze, daze, and set characters ablaze. Dungeon Crawl Classics. And as always, I've been Zacharias the Pious of House Lane, first of his name, former Lord of Give a Shit, Harbinger of Sass, and Unholy Prince of the sea of Ash, as well as Lord of the Game. Thank you for joining us. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and give me a follow. Thank you so much, and we will see you next week.